EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the wild card round. There's the stiff arm. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Ready. Yellow. 43.
Back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Stafford. They'll get this out to Genty. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. Here's Stafford. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Ready up. Down. Fight. Yellow. 22.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Okay.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Brian Burns in there to bury him. for a loss of 11. Now third down and very long. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Middle. Stop.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 13. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, that is incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now 1st down. Play action. Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard.
Hey, Red! 10, hey, 22! 21! 20 high!
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the
rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Stafford. He'll find Jeanty out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, here's Jeanty. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. A gain of 14.
Here we go.
First down, Tennessee.
A first down carry for Henry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Let's go now. Cut.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This one complete to Smith. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Bengals 16. A nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss, and he's got his guys a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And the returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. The ball comes out. It is picked up by the Titans. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the 1st half of play. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the 2nd half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the 1st half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
40, ready.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Blaster, 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the
Give me a radar.
20-yard line.
Ready. 59. 180. 20.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, Stafford. That's caught left side, Burden. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
22.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the draw, here's Genty. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
180. 20 hot.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. They snap it to Stafford. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Red 30.
He'll look to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff to Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
20.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down.
Hey, 70. Set. Stop.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Stay 50, stay 50. 20 hot.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Set. Stop.
Genty is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Bengals. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Okay, break.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a 1st down. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Yeah, not much happening there, not much at all. They'll get to him down at punt at the 35-yard line.
Ready. 20 hot.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break into football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. The recipe is pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Well, Stafford on the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Matthew Stafford, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Ready. 53. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The second down pass intercepted. The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 40.
They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Monday.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stafford now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 53 yards. And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here we go. Right.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Ready.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Shot. 17.
It's a gain of 6. And the
Back to throw. And he's got it. And the Titans are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Striker. 23. Ready.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most...